What is up, guys? Welcome back to another brand new video. Today we're here for episode number 13 or 12, I can't remember which episode we're up to now, of my team career mode for F1 23. Apologise for the lengthy break between episodes. I've actually been a little bit busy behind the scenes, moving some stuff, including my whole sim racing setup. Because, long story short, Dad wanted me to kind of have my room back, and to be honest, it was very cramped, having to move in and out of everything in my room, because my room it's such a short space, and it's just too hard to get everything. So he wanted me to move everything in just so I can have my room back, and to be honest, it is nice having a little bit of space, to be honest. So here we are, Belgium GP weekend, and we are doing the Belgium GP before the summer break. How crazy, how weird does that sound? Belgium before the summer break. I don't know about that. I've always liked the Belgium Zandvoort Monza triple header. I've always loved that combination. So going into this weekend, I do have a few worries about how we may go. However, we did have some good upgrades coming. I think we had a drag reduction, and I think there was an engine power or a fuel efficiency upgrade that also went on. So that should hopefully give us a little bit of a boost, and if it does, then we are in for another solid weekend. So going into this weekend, into qualify, it is a sprint weekend as well. So we've got qualifying right now and a sprint race coming up very soon. Q1, P10, that's kind of expected, or well, I expect it to be for us this weekend. Lawson just behind me. If we could get both cars into the points in a weekend that we could struggle a fair bit, then I'd call that a very successful weekend. Q2 now, someone is right behind us. I don't know who it is, but we're gonna go side by side with us up the Camel Straight. It is Hamilton who's trying to pass us, but we kind of screwed each other over, because I didn't want to back out, Lewis didn't want to back out, and in the end it cost us dearly. But our lap was on a used set of tyres from Q1, and we just tell Lewis that well, we didn't like you going side by side, so we'll park on in the apex, go straight ahead, and there was contact made. So anyway, we'll move on. So 2.7 seconds away from the top, and we're one and a bit seconds from or just over a second from getting into Q2. So I think we're gonna have to find a second and a half or something to get our way into Q2. So at the end of the first sector, it's a PB, but it's not the margin that we want. But to be fair, there's not really much to find in the first sector, as it's all mostly just straight line speed. But coming into the end of our lap, we've got Piastri behind us. We have not been timing our laps fairly well, but Piastri is going to make the pass on us. We're going to try and stay in full throttle, but he shoves us off the track, and that is us out in qualifying in Q2. So again, it's another situation where I didn't want to yield, Piastri didn't want to yield, and in the end, it's cost us dearly, and we are P16 in qualifying. That is a real disappointment for us there. Lawson in 13, a couple of places down from where it was in Q1, but wow, we've got a sprint race and an actual Grand Prix to contend with. Hopefully we can find something in the sprint, because if we can't get anywhere close to the top 10, we have got a lot of work ahead of us in the main race.
Forget pit stops, forget fuel management. It's pedal to the metal all the way here as we get ready for today's sprint.
Alrighty then, let's see what we can do in this 8-lap sprint race. As you saw there, wing levels 16, 11 wings. Fairly low wing setup around Belgium, because most of the time you're just going forward in a straight line at full throttle. So we'll see if those wing levels pay off. 5 red lights, and we are racing in Belgium. Steady start off the line. Sonoda, or Ocon ahead, did not get away well. He's fallen way, but we're going to dump up the inside of as many cars as we can. Lawson going side by side with both of the Alpines. We got nudged out a little bit by Sonoda, and Jay gets back past us, so we've only made up one spot after the first turn, but we've got the camera straight to survive. Our straight line speed, as you guys have seen in qualifying, is not the greatest, so we've got to work cut out for us today for both the Grand Prix and this sprint race. But as long as we can break as late as we dare and stay ahead of the drivers, which I believe that we can, we should be okay. Dive up the inside of Jay and Sonoda. Very, very nicely done into the hairpin at turn 8. So this is turn 9 here, and then P1 is the next couple of corners side by side with someone. It's Sonoda who's starting to come back at us. I told you guys that our straight line speed isn't that great, but also at the same time we weren't using our ERS because I want to be a little bit careful with that. We got right up to the back of Gasly's Alpine, so we got very close there. So all in all, okay, first lap, and whoa, up the inside of Gasly. I did not expect that. There was only one route to making that pass, and that was straight up the inside. So we came from a fair way back. That's a Daniel Ricciardo style send, I tell you. But yeah, I didn't expect Gasly to go that slow. I mean, I was braking. I braked when the racing light turned red, and I just didn't expect him to. I didn't expect for that to happen. So anyway, as you saw there, Ocon got past Liam Lawson. That's for P10. But here's a move for Verstappen on one of the Mercs, working his way back up the order. That Red Bull it still isn't where it probably should be, in all honesty. That Red Bull should be 15 seconds ahead of the rest of the pack, but it's not. So I wonder if Red Bull are trying to find something to help Max get back out in front. But here we go, back to our little battle. There's Lawson trying to go up the inside of Ocon now. Good. This is good from Lawson. I want to see this, and he's going to try to go around the outside. He'll have the inside for the exit of the Lacombe chicane, and he gets it done. Can he leave the door open for us? No, but we can lunge up the inside of Ocon. That's what I was trying to say. Leave Ocon high and wide so we can get up the inside. Very nicely done, Liam. Thank you very much for that. So now Liam is in the top 10, but there's no points if you get 10th and 9th. There's only points for 1st to 8th, unfortunately. So, unfortunately, Liam won't be scoring any points. This is on the last lap, a battle between the McLarens. They've been given free rein to fight, but Lando Norris, who led the whole sprint race, and Piastri, looks like he's going to steal it away from him. Very nicely done there, Oscar. And he'll fly ahead into the distance, and Oscar Piastri is going to win the Belgian sprint race. He takes victory, and he'll be on pole for the Grand Prix. It's a McLaren 1-2, followed by one of the Red Bulls, or Red Bull 3 and 4 behind. But back to live pictures with us. This is us getting harassed by Ocon and Gasly, who's literally right there. So we've only got the bus stop chicane to navigate. We do that somewhat successfully. We went back into neutral there for a second, and that wasn't intentional. Lawson gets 10th. We come home for 11th place. Not bad there. Not bad at all. So fairly good sprint race. We're up a couple of positions. There might be some grid penalties to that may get us up a couple of spots. So the gap, 29 points. So I think that's a few points lost, because I think Checo got 4th in the end. So it was Max that got 3rd in the end ahead of his teammates. So Max, is he trying to take points away from Checo, or is he trying to come back at Checo a little bit? Now here's something that I noticed. See the Red Bull crew there cheering home Piastri and both the McLarens. I wonder if they're Aussies. I wonder if those guys are Aussies. Yeah, right there. I wonder if they're cheering their fellow countrymen, but they're the McLaren guys coming out to celebrate with Piastri. Or maybe it's because Max finished on the podium. Maybe it's the top 3 that teams come out and celebrate their drivers over the line. I don't know. But I tell you what, that's something that I've never seen before.
Welcome to this visit to the Ardennes countryside. Spa-Francorchamps hosted its first Grand Prix back in 1925, and this historic track is loved by drivers and fans alike, and us here in the commentary box too. So it's a warm welcome from the Belgian Grand Prix. It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Oscar Piastri lines up on pole position, and Lando Norris lines up alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Perez, Hamilton, Russell, Leclerc, Sainz, Fernando Alonso, Liam Lawson, Skip, Ocon, Gasly, Joe, Magnussen, Albon, Stroll, Tsunoda, Bottas, Hulkenberg, Sargent, and Nick de Vries.
Alrighty then, we've got 22 laps to get ourselves towards the front of this pack. And surprisingly, it is raining or drizzling rain, and the track is somewhat damp, as you can see right there, but we are apparently starting on slick tyres. Everyone is on the softs, apart from, I think it was Piastri, Perez, and Sargent. If it was me, I'd start on the softs to try and keep the heat in the tyres. We'll see what happens. 5 red lights, and we are underway. Tentative start from us there. Alonso goes nowhere. Lawson got a good start. Ocon got a good start as well. We dive up the inside of Lawson almost. He gives us the space. We're sandwiched between Alonso and Ocon, but we get away with it. We get a collision warning. How do we get a collision warning with Alonso? Now let's deplete some battery to catch up with the rest of the pack, because we're already outside of 1 second. I don't know if DRS will even be enabled at the end of the second lap, but regardless of what happens, we need to focus on Alonso at the moment. And here comes Gasly. The straight line speed of that Alpine is nuts. Heading up into late comp. We brake as late as we dare. We hold Fernando up high and wide, and we almost collide, and we somehow get through. But in doing so, we've conceded 3 seconds, or near on 3 seconds, to Lawson and the leading pack. Unreal. One thing that I forgot to mention, that I don't have any replay footage from this race. So this race is all on board with us today. Like, I swear, I swear that I deleted the video file for the sprint race, but I must have accidentally deleted it. The actual race replays that I went back and recorded. So, bit of a mistake on our part there. I'll put my hand up for that. Yellow flag somewhere. I wonder who's that going to be. Who is there? Someone going slow on the minimap? It looks like a Haas that had. No, it's actually Ocon that swapped. He's done for the day. Is there a virtual safety car? I don't think fuel is going to be too much of a problem, because we're going this slowly. But however, we were struggling to get the car under control. Coming out of the second sector, Lawson just lost the position to Sainz there, and as you can see, we are there or thereabouts to stay with him, and I think he did get overtaken, Lawson. They went side by side through. Is it Blanchimont? The quarter before the bus stop? I think it is. So Lawson is just starting to lose contact, but we're starting to find some pace right now. We're catching up to the back of the pack almost. A few laps later, the track is now drier than what it was. There are still some spits of rain around us at the moment, but right now the rain has stopped. DRS was enabled at the end of the third lap, or at the start of the third lap, so everything was okay there. There's a yellow flag behind us, and it's Lewis that was going slowly, and he's done. It looks like we're done too. We're off, and in the fence up at Eau Rouge and Raidillon. Safety car is deployed. Oh my goodness, we went straight into the path of Gasly and Magnussen. Unreal. So Hamilton is out, and us crashing out, and we might have just rigged this safety car, because we are now going to come in just before the halfway point. We're going to chuck on the medium compound tyres. We'll take them to the end of the race, but if we catch up to the rest of the pack in time because the pack was somewhat closer. And look, the Alpha Towers is just going through Eau Rouge and Radion. We'll be there in about 10 seconds. But as long as we get these tyres up to temperature without burning too much rubber, we should be okay. But we caught up a little too late. So, looking at the mini-map, is anyone coming in? There's a McLaren that's coming in. And I see a Mer coming in. I'm assuming they're coming in. Teammates in the pits, so it looks like everyone's coming into the pits. So, us pitting under the safety car, while everyone stayed out the extra lap, we're going to get track position. But the cars that haven't pitted are both of the Red Bulls and maybe Piastri, I believe. Yeah, so Piastri, Verstappen, and Perez did not box at the end of that lap, or the end of the last lap. So if, and I say if, we go racing, but, oh, there you go, we are racing at the end of this lap. We went back into neutral again there briefly. I don't know why we did that, just not paying attention. So effectively, we are the leaders of this race. We have gained a stack of track position right now. And there goes Piastri, Verstappen and Perez into the pit lane. They're going to be miles behind and we are going to lead this race unbelievably. And if you look at the leaderboard, Lawson is in 4th. So we could be on for a potential 1-2 if we try to get Liam up here with us at the same time. Here comes Norris, straight line speed of that McLaren is a bit ridiculous thanks to a bit of slipstream and maybe later using a bit of his battery as well. Hung up on the curve at the end of the Lake of chicane. We did our fastest lap and then Lando responded. 44.1 was our lap, 43.7 was his lap. Unreal. So now, the guys, literally everyone behind us are on fresher tyres because they pitted one lap after us. Here comes Norris, side by side through Eau Rouge and Radion, and Lando, brave move, he's going to get ahead, but DRS is not enabled yet. We're going to try and get the position back from Lando. We would have got it anyway if DRS wasn't enabled because we would have been behind in the detection zone. Breakers, ladies, we dare, and through we go, back into the lead. Now, while all that's going on, this could potentially help Lawson stay in touch if we hold up the others and maybe try and get Liam to make a move on one of the other drivers. Here we go. We're going to force Lando to the outside. We're going to hold him up high and wide. And, oh, well, there you go. There goes Fernando. But if we could force those guys side by side and somehow get Lawson in front, we could give him DRS and and help him defend from the others behind. That's the plan. But we're gonna have to hold everyone. Behind us up as much as possible at the moment. So we hold Fernando high and wide, but Lando gets back ahead. No side by side action for the guys behind us. This is going to be a reoccurring theme for the rest of this race, trying to get a first 1-2 finish for the team. This is the plan. Hold everyone up high and wide, make them go side by side, and just pray that Lawson gets in front of at least one of them or both. If he gets in front of both, it makes our job a lot easier because we don't have to defend as hard. We can use all of the battery because we've been able to recover the battery so well, and well, because we haven't been using it. Here comes Lando. Holy hell! I say we've been saving our battery, but we didn't use it because I thought we were far enough ahead. But Lando goes through it, takes the lead. We're going to try and go around the outside. We don't give up fights that easily. And there we go, back into the lead. Yes, almost. We gave Lando the space, and he's going to have a lunge, I think, to turn 8. But does he get the move done? We went in pretty deep, actually, and Lando gets through. So things have just changed a little bit. There's still 7 laps to go. There's a long way to go. But now, Lando's in a bad position because we're going to get a nice dose of slipstream and use a bit of our battery to stay with him, and some DRS for good measure in the first half of the lap. Here we go. Slipstream. DRS. Up the Camel Straight, heading into the Lake of Chicane. Send it on Lando Norris. There was contact made. Probably a little too forceful, but I am desperate for this 1-2 finish. Lawson still can't get ahead of Fernando Alonso, and this is a little bit annoying. Like, we gave Lando a little touch, and that little touch gets us back into the lead. A little bit of dirty driving, I wonder, from us here, but I am willing to do anything to get us maximum points with Ferrari and Mercedes a little further down the order. But more importantly, now fight with McLaren, if anything. But Fernando, brave move into Podium, but we're going to try and fight this back if we can. But no, there's nothing doing there, and Fernando will hold stations. That Aston Martin has really come alive in this race this afternoon. It is a completely different top four right now, as it says right there. Here comes Lando, trying to go around the outside or the inside for the bus stop chicane. We will give him some space. We're going to try and hold him up high and wide. Come on, Liam, this is your best chance. This is it. Liam gets ahead. If he can stay ahead, and we can stay in close proximity to Fernando, and if we make a lunge at him into the late cut, but Norris gets back ahead. But can we get away and get outside of 1 second? But we weren't able to make the move on Fernando, but Lawson could not stay ahead of Lando Norris. But given the fact that Lando is outside of 1 second, and Lando is starting to streak away a little bit, he's just under a second ahead of Lando Norris, of Liam. So, and Liam is 3 seconds back from us now. So now we need another plan, and quickly, because I don't want to leave this joint with us winning and Liam not on the podium. He deserves to be on the podium. He's this high up. So we're going to try. We have to try something. Make Fernando top of the inside, go side by side with Liam. Just hold up our momentum. Who got DRS out of the both of us? I think Fernando did. Yes, he did. We're going to go back up the inside. We've got a compromised line. We're going to hold him up high away, park it on the apex, literally. But Lando gets back through, and now Lawson is back in DRS range now. So, and he's going to go side by side with Fernando, the old timer, against the new kid in town. Fernando and Liam going side by side. I think Liam has actually got through. Can he stay there now as we go for the move on Lando Norris? And if we look at the mini-map, Russell has now got past. But yeah, Russell has got past Alonso. Can those guys go side by side while we hold up Liam and potentially get the 1-2 for us? This is our best chance for a 1-2. Liam tries to go around the outside. Oh no, that was Norris. That was Lando that went trying to go around the outside. I thought that was Liam for a moment. But now Alonso somehow managed to stay ahead. Yeah, but again, Liam is just falling back. He's actually a fair way back this time. Again, we're still trying everything. There's 2 laps to go. But this time Liam is able to stay ahead of Fernando into the late chicane. Now we've got both cars on the podium, but we know what the plan is. We aggressively defend from Lando. We're gonna force Lando to go around the outside, hold him up high and wide. There's our chance. There's Liam into second place, into 1-2 for CG Motorsport as we head on to the last lap of this crazy race. The plan has worked. Now we're just gonna give Liam a bit of DRS up the camera straight, and the 1-2 is secure. But I tell you what, he's actually a little bit closer than what I would like. No DRS up, no patching up the camera straight. Now we're going to have to play. He is all over us. Liam is going to go side by side with us. He might even take the win away from us. Liam's going to take the lead in his second race on the last lap. We're trying to take it back. We've gone too deep, and Liam has taken the lead. That was not the script. Lawson has taken the lead away from us. Oh my goodness me, this was not the script. Oh my god, the script was to get Liam onto the podium to make it a 1-2 for us. But now it looks like Liam had other ideas. He was going to overtake us and go on to win the race. It's only his second race, mind you guys. But don't forget, at the very start of the season, in our second race, we somehow won that race. This is Liam's second race. So it looks like second races for us are a treat. It's going to deliver a first career win for Liam and a 1-2 for CG Motorsport.
Yes, mate, I'll take that. Well done. We're really happy with the podium down here, so well done. Yes.
Oh my lord. A first 1-2 finish for CG Motorsport. History-making day this is.
A difficult race then on one of the all-time classic circuits, but they persevered to take the win here today. Tell me, Alex, how do they manage to achieve this win?
I think we'll chalk this one up to a deft touch on the brake pedal. That's allowed them to challenge down the inside into the braking zones, and ultimately, if you do that often enough, you end up winning the race. It was great to watch as well though, wasn't it? Forget strategy, forget tyre management. Who doesn't love a good old-fashioned scrap?
Welcome then to the podium, our top 3 drivers. What a great effort from them today in a very difficult race.
A different round of emotions on the podium today. Lawson celebrating his first ever win, and the team its first ever 1-2. So many different emotions going around this joint at the moment, but well, what can I say? What a hectic race. And I tell you what, the word second race is becoming a bit of a liking for us, because like I said just before the checker flag, way back to the start of the year, we somehow won in Jeddah, and this was Liam's second race, and he now has won a race for the first time in his career. And if you look at that from our grid positions, P10 and P11 to P1 and P2, that is insane, in all honesty. And that may never have happened if Verstappen, Piastri and Perez pitted. That 1-2 may not have been possible. Honestly, Liam would have been back like 5th or 6th or something, and I would have had to focus on getting away from the rest of the pack. So if Checo, Max and Oscar pitted when everyone else did, it'd be a completely different story. This would not have been the result, I tell ya. But with that 1-2 now, we've streaked ahead of McLaren, and not with a nice amount, but there's now 66 points covering the top 5. The Constructors' Championship is literally anyone's at the moment, and the way that we've been going, it looks like we could potentially be right in the mix for the Drivers' Championship. Well, we're right in the mix for both at the moment, but just like Mark didn't do, we need Liam to be up there with us, bringing home the points as well, because we're not gonna be like this throughout the whole race, throughout the rest of the season, because, well, there are some other circuits that won't suit our car. It'll suit others a lot better, or grid penalties could be the determining factor. We are going to have to take some grid penalties at some point, maybe even as early as Zandvoort in the next race. Who knows? But the less grid penalties we can take, the better. But I think we're going to have to take at least some kind of grid penalty very, very soon, because with the engine wear that we've got on the components at the moment, or gee, briefly, 4 wide there, that's one thing I didn't know about. With the components wearing the way they are at the moment, I think we're going to have to take probably more than one, to be honest. There's no way we can go the rest of the season without having to take a grid penalty. But gee, what a race. As you see there, Piastri and both the Bulls, if they had pitted, Liam will probably be, 6th or 7th or something. Or he may even still be in 4th. Who knows? We're never going to know what would have happened if both the Bulls and Piastri pitted. But gee, I'm very happy for Liam. I have to say, he was the better driver for most of the weekend, to be honest, and he probably deserves the win, in all honesty. But guys, thank you so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed that video. Subscribe to my channel if you are new to see plenty more F1, 23 and 24 very soon racing game content, and of course the track guides for F1 24. And until the next one, I'll see you guys next time.